After living in Da Nang for the last 3 months, we've explored many places, and in this video I'm going to give you a comprehensive list of 38 things to see and do around Da Nang. This list, of course, will include some of the popular landmarks, but if you've never been to Da Nang, I can guarantee there will be something on this list you haven't heard of that might just pique your interest. At the end of the video, I'll share with you some of the popular things to do in Da Nang that I think are overrated, along with great restaurants we found and where to find groceries when you're in a pinch. Let's start with one of the most iconic things to do in all of Da Nang, and that's the Lady Buddha. Standing at 67 meters tall, you can see her from the beach, where she gazes out to the city and the sea, symbolizing peace and protection for sailors and local fishermen. The grounds are massive here, beautiful and free to visit. Lots of tour groups stop here, but the grounds are so big, you are bound to find the perfect spot to relax, take in the views, and explore till your heart's content. Open just this year is the Han River Night Market. It's a popular spot for locals and tourists alike. It has street vendors selling a variety of foods. You can buy souvenirs and find that cute little Instagram spot. We've walked around the Han Market many times. It has great views of the boats driving by and the famous Dragon Bridge. I love all kinds of architecture, and the St. Joseph's Church did not disappoint. If you're looking for a Catholic church during your stay, this might be the one for you. It's dedicated to serving the elderly and is known for its compassionate outreach programs. It was stunning. But if churches don't appeal to you, then right beside the St. Joseph's Church is the most local market you'll find in Da Nang. The Da Nang Afternoon Market has a huge wet market with the biggest assortment of fresh seafood I've ever seen. And there are many vendors selling fruits and veggies, spices of all kinds, and many odds and ends. The people here were very friendly and it had a great local vibe. We loved it. Da Nang really knows how to maintain their parks, and the Apex Park is a classic example of how proud Vietnamese people are of their green spaces. The park features a pavilion in contemporary architecture. It has lush gardens, sculptures, and shaded walkways with seating ideal for relaxation. In the evening, it comes to life with multicolored lights that can be seen across the Han River. Another famous tourist attraction is the Da Nang Cathedral, also known as the Pink Church. It's beautifully lit at night and is surrounded by a peaceful courtyard. It's located near several of the key attractions in Da Nang, and it's easy to squeeze in a look while out on a tour. Now, you can't come to Da Nang and not visit the Sun World Asian Park, or at least see the massive Ferris wheel off in the distance. If that piques your curiosity, you can ride the Ferris wheel for 150,000 VND per person and get a great view overlooking all of Da Nang. Every night around 9:15, you will hear or see fireworks off in the distance. Where else can you see fireworks being set off on the back of jet skis? Only in Da Nang. But seriously, it is a theme park with shows being offered every night, along with carnival rides and concessions, great for a family night out. If you're looking for culture with a side of adventure, look no farther than the famous Marble Mountains. The grounds here are massive, weaving up, down, around, and sometimes even through the caves. There are 5 mountains, each representing the 5 elements: metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. So bring your walking shoes. You can easily spend a few hours here, and if you want to save on steps, you can just take the elevator for an additional 15,000 VND. We didn't find the steps all that bad because there were breaks here and there as you're going up. There are lots of vendors selling water nearby, so not to worry. If you enjoy museums and history, this is right up your alley. The Da Nang Museum of Cham Sculptures houses the largest collection of Cham artifacts. The museum showcases the artistic and cultural heritage of the Cham civilization, which thrived in the central and south of Vietnam from the 4th to the 13th century. But if you really want to get immersed into the Cham civilization and museums really aren't your thing, you can walk around the ancient ruins of the Cham civilization at the Mai Song Sanctuary. Also known as Little Angkor Wat, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is nestled in a lush valley surrounded by mountains. The walkways are nicely maintained, making it an easy venture around. The grounds offer QR codes at each of the ruins so you can learn about the rich history and the unique religious practices. The Chon market is a big market with vendors spilling out into the aisles. It's a great place to practice your bartering skills or have a bite to eat at one of the local stalls. Here there are 2 floors, and the second floor you'll find all the material you can imagine. So if you're looking to have something made or just to bring it home, that's a perfect spot to go and shop. If you're ever curious where you could get the best bird's eye view in all of Da Nang, that would be here at the Tra Peninsula. Through the steep winding roads leading up to the great views, you may see the occasional monkey, so be on the lookout. If you decide to venture here on your own with a scooter, make sure it's a manual or a semi-automatic because your views will end here at the guard's gate. Because the steep grade of the road, there are no automatic scooters allowed up on the hill. It might be best to just take a grab or a taxi ride instead. There are 2 lookout areas once you pass the guard's gate, both with great views looking at different things. It's definitely worth a stop. Another famous landmark of Da Nang is the 666-meter long Dragon Bridge. Every Saturday and Sunday, people flock to this famous bridge to watch the dragon breathe its fire. And spoiler alert, if you mingle a little too long and standing downwind, you'll get soaked by its not-so-sneaky spray of water. You'll thank me later. Before watching the dragon breathe its blazing ball of fire, you can take a cute selfie at the Love Lock Bridge. The Love Bridge is adorned with heart-shaped lanterns that illuminate the path at night. It's called a bridge, but it's really a dock or a jetty over the water. But buy a lock and leave a memory forever. And speaking of bridges, Da Nang has an array of beautiful bridges that can all be admired for their unique architecture. When standing at the Dragon Bridge, you can look right or left and see all the various bridges off in the distance. They are beautiful. You can't come all the way to Da Nang and not visit the famous Ban Na Hills. One of Vietnam's most photographed landmarks is the Golden Bridge. It's a pedestrian bridge held up by 2 giant stone hands seemingly emerging from the mountainside. Ban Na Hills is a resort and entertainment complex offering 2 very distinct experiences. One medieval-style town with cobblestone streets, castles, and a large amusement park, and the other is a beautiful love garden with pagodas and a towering Buddha statue. The only way up to Ban Na Hills is by cable car, which holds the world record for the longest non-stop single-track cable car, offering spectacular views of the lush forested mountains and waterfalls below. Definitely a highlight and not overrated. If you want to keep your feet on the ground, then a stroll through the Fresco Village might be of interest to you. Here you'll walk through a local artistic neighborhood known for its colorful murals and street art. The walls of the homes, shops, and buildings are adorned with large, detailed paintings that depict various scenes, including traditional Vietnamese life, cultural symbols, marine life, and whimsical designs. I don't know what I enjoyed more, the friendly locals or the street art, but overall it was a great experience. If you're looking to escape from the bustling city, then you can step into the serene atmosphere of Nam Song Pagoda. It's a Buddhist temple with grounds that are beautifully kept, with plenty of areas to sit and just relax. The temples here are meticulous, featuring intricately carved wooden pillars with elaborate dragon motifs. It has a lush garden that are filled with little bonsai trees, lotus flowers, and beautiful ponds. The peaceful atmosphere is enhanced by gentle sounds of wind chimes, burning incense, and spoiler alert, the airplanes that pass overhead every 10 minutes. So maybe not as peaceful as you would think. It really is a beautiful and peaceful temple in between the sounds of the planes, but I love the whole experience, including the planes. Another great local market is the Don Don Market. For me, these markets never get old. I love wandering through, looking at all the unique treasures, interesting fruits and vegetables, and looking at all the local dishes. The best local markets are the ones that aren't Google rated by thousands of people. It's a lesser known market that will give you an authentic Vietnamese experience that you're looking for. The Bu Zai Sun Pagoda is a massive temple with beautiful carvings, statues, and has a great view of the South China Sea. It's easy to just admire this temple from afar because of its grand entrance, but there's even more beauty to explore on the inside. The hand-painted murals alone are a sight to see. We were visiting when the monks were doing their daily rituals, so we didn't go into the main temple, but we enjoyed just exploring the grounds. It's definitely worth a visit. Now, at this point, you're probably thinking, you've made it this far and haven't even mentioned the beachfront. Well, here it is. One of the biggest draws to Da Nang is the 21-kilometer stretch of pristine beach. But what I wanted to talk about specifically was the flower walk that they just installed in 2024. They have done a lot of work to the beachfront, bringing in lots and lots of flowers and art installations to beautify the boulevard. It's really gorgeous, both during the day and the night. Sprinkled along the beach, you'll find vendor carts selling a variety of food and drinks. It's a popular place to spend some time in the evening just sitting out looking at the water or watching whatever event is happening on the beach. And I know the beach is an obvious draw to a lot of people that are coming to Da Nang, and I didn't want to just include it on the list as number 28, go to the beach, because the flower walk is something very beautiful that they just added this summer in 2024. And if you really can't think of anything else to do, then yeah, going to the beach is a good option. If you enjoy art as much as I do, you'll find this next one fascinating. It's the Nunanuk stone carvings. And even if you don't visit this one specifically, you'll find many stone carving places as you're making your way to Marble Mountain. We did a quick stop just to walk through and admire all of the creations. It's definitely an easy thing to add if you're going to the Marble Mountain for a day. The next one is for all the scooter or motorcycle enthusiasts out there, and that's the Highvan Pass. It's a scenic, winding road up to a great lookout and military bunker. Unlike the Tra Peninsula, you can easily drive up and over the pass on a 125cc automatic without much trouble. The roads are in good condition and not very steep. Not only is it a beautiful mountain rest stop, but the Highvan Pass holds a strategic importance in the history of Vietnam. It's beautiful and historically significant. What's not to love? What better way to see Da Nang than from the water? At the edge of the Han River, you can take a variety of boat cruises, dinner cruises, night cruises, party cruises. The choices are endless. Prices vary based on the excursion you choose, but another great thing about the boat cruises is that you can see all the bridges I mentioned earlier lit up at night. That's a win-win in my book. So there are some things that are deemed popular to do when coming to Da Nang that I think are a bit overrated. But to clarify, I don't mean I don't think they're worth going to, just that there might be better choices on this list that I gave you than these next three options. Number 1 is the Han Market. We walked through the Han Market and I just found it overpriced, crowded, and I found some of the vendors were just a little pushy. I'd definitely go to one of the previously mentioned markets over the Han Market. Number 2, the Son Night Market. I found it to be overpriced for what you got, and there were a lot of vendors kind of cooking the same thing. I will say it's probably the biggest night market I've seen for seafood, so if you're a seafood lover, this might be the place for you. And number 3 was the Helio Market. Jay and I did a quick walk through here, and it just wasn't our vibe. I know it gets a 4.1 out of 5,000 Google reviews. Maybe we just went on the wrong night, but we just didn't see what the hype was all about. If you're looking for a few great places to eat, you'll have to check out these next few. Bo Steak was definitely the best restaurant that we found. Nothing compared to this restaurant in terms of value for money. If you are looking for a good steak, Bo Steak was consistent, they were friendly and affordable. Hands down, best we went to. If you're looking for an American-style smokehouse, then Pumbaa's Smokehouse is the place for you. They offered a variety of smoked meats and great Montreal smoked meat sandwich, baked beans, and potato salad. Burger Brothers was hands down the best burger we had while we were in Da Nang. I do want to add it's best to dine in because we ordered burgers off of Grab from Burger Brothers and they just weren't the same as getting them fresh at the restaurant. The Braai Pit has a big menu with a variety of different foods. Jay had steak and eggs and fries and raved about the seasoned fries. I had chicken, mashed potatoes, and salad. They have big portions here and the food is delicious. The Happy Heart is another great menu offering a variety of Western dishes and specialty drinks. I loved my roasted chicken salad. The Rainbow Poke, we came here for smoothie bowls and they were delicious. It's also a good working cafe. There were lots of people on their laptops here. Banh mi and cafe. This place was always busy and the banh mi's here are the best. I like that you could pick all your ingredients and the specialty drinks were great too. And lastly, Pig Cafe. This one is a little different. It's like drinks in a show. You get to watch the planes come in and land at the airport. What a fun experience. 2 more things I want to add. If you're needing groceries in a pinch, any of the full markets will do the trick. For those that are staying longer who might want to frequent a grocery store instead of the markets, we found the mega market to pretty much have anything you need. And lastly, if you're looking to explore just a little further than Da Nang, there are two places that cannot be missed, and the first one is the beautiful UNESCO World Heritage Site of Hoi An. I feel like this is the postcard of Vietnam. If you get a chance to go during the Lantern Festival, you have to go. You will not be disappointed. And the second one is Hue, just north of Da Nang. We enjoyed our time in Hue exploring all the touristy things and not so touristy things. The town just had a great vibe and we would definitely go back. Many of the things that I listed in this video we have done individual videos on, so I will leave the playlist at the end of this video if you want to check them out in a little bit more detail. If you found this video helpful, leave a like before you go, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.